Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FsPassengers with me, your 37. So in this episode, we're going to go from Daytona Beach, and we're going to have a short flight down to Miami. Check this out, I just saw this. What is up with that? I'm going to have to run the config tool, because something's been broken. I don't know. I have to run the EZDok config tool, I guess, and fix that. Moved my view up a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't... I know last time I kind of set up a little bit, and the landing, it totally threw me off. So I'll see if I can do this view. Just sit me up a little bit. Also, this plane has been really difficult to start up and everything, so I actually got on the PDF and downloaded tons of the pages for the checklist. So we'll go through that. Let's see. We'll check one thing about the bleed air. I know it said bleed air. Don't put it in auto. Can't remember even which is the bleed air. So that's air conditioning. I think bleed is here. Alright, so up is auto. So it says don't put that in auto. Could cause over temperature or abnormal acceleration at start. We've always had it off. We've had the abnormal acceleration at start before. Before we do all that, we should probably go up here and start this up. Got our 4 people. This is a really short flight, by the way. We'll just take like 40%. We don't even need that much. We can fill this thing up full of baggage. Set the type to a normal flight. Set destination, KMIA.
Destination set.
Man, the sound effects are so long. I don't know if I'm just noticing that or what, because we get through it before the thing is even done. Alright, we'll put their belts on. We'll go through these procedures. Alright. We're not going to worry about like the pedals and the seat belts and all that, or the masks. Landing gear is obviously down. Avionics master switch goes to auto. Well, it says auto. Wait, no, it goes to start. I'm sorry. There we go. That makes more sense. Alright, we're not going to worry about the radios because we just switch them automatically. Ignition switch goes to auto or off. Put it on auto. Starter is off. Source selector, battery or GPU. I'm going to put it on battery. Authorization for starting, yeah, we'll say we've got that. Highlights oxygen, don't worry about it. Passenger oxygen, don't worry about it. Co-pilot mask, all that, don't worry about it. Passenger briefing, we don't do. Alright, next page. Fuel, we don't worry about the fuel quantity, to be quite honest. Switch these off. And we want to go up to the fuel selector switch and put that in auto. It says that also the selector changes tank on ground. Observe a tank change every minute in 15 seconds. Alright, exterior lights panel strobe as required. Obviously, we don't need that on. In case of night flight, we don't have to worry about that. Not during the night. Alright. Before selecting the source, ignition switch is auto. Starter off. Inert SEP is off. I can't remember exactly where that. I think it's actually down here, actually. That is off. Landing gear down. Electrical power panel source selector is on battery. Let me check one thing. I noticed something down here. Flashing. I kind of want to see what that is. Oh, it's the oil pressure. Some of that stuff is actually really hard to read. Alright, amps, battery is 7 volts, 27.6. So the battery, I guess, the voltage is good. It says 24.5, we're a little above that. Engine controls, manual override is off. It's over here. Power lever is idle. Propeller ground lever, or governor lever, I should say. is max RPM. Condition lever is cut off. Flaps are up. Fuel panel auxiliary BP switch on. See, I'm not too sure about that. I think it's actually that. Auxiliary BP switch shift. I'm not sure what that is. Alright, propeller is clear. Ignition switch is an auto. Starter goes on, and then at 13% we give it fuel. Do not go flying, girl. Thank God. Alright. So that's in low idle. And you see the oil pressure warning has gone away. Alright, we need to go up here and turn the starter off. It doesn't actually say that in the thing, in the checklist, but I know you gotta turn that off. Alright, next page. Alright, ignition. See, I don't quite understand this because it's like the same thing on the other page. Ignition auto starter switch on. Ignition lever, see, we've already done all that. It's kind of weird. Alright. So I guess that part is done. Though it doesn't say anything that I've seen about turning all this stuff on. Because the next checklist is actually the taxi checklist. But I'm going to go ahead and hit up ATC. And we're going to be going down to the south.
Daytona, ground, Yankee Tango 748 with Quebec. Request taxi for takeoff south.
You know what I didn't even think about? I didn't put in a flight plan on FSX.
7 left via taxiway, Romeo, Alpha, Mike, Papa, November. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
Alright, acknowledge the taxi clearance.
Short runway 7 left.
Turn on the progressive taxi.
Alpha, Mike, Papa, November. Yankee Tango 748.
See, that's what I'm saying. Not all this stuff is turned on. Just kind of weird. Not all this stuff is on. So I'll put avionics on so we can get all this. I don't know why it doesn't usually talk about all that, because it talks about releasing the parking brake and everything. Come up here to the top. Oh great, and I started it without our nav lights on. That's great. We'll get dinged for that. We'll turn that pulse on. Taxi list, or taxi light goes on. And see, it doesn't even talk about the generator, whether it goes into main or standby. Alright, so the taxi light is on. We actually need to come down here to the bottom. Guess I don't have a view for that. Alright, so I'm going to turn on the pitot heaters. Also, NerdSep, that does come on. Over to the other page. All stuck together. Alright, parking brake. Now see, I don't like this. So it actually talks about the pitot heat, but this looks like it's the run-up. Because it's the before takeoff. One second. Yeah, alright. Kind of weird. I don't know. It doesn't seem like everything's in their checklist. Alright, just come come back down here, and that will throw up the message because of the inert SEP on. Auxiliary boost pump is on, but it's supposed to be, from what we see. Bleed air is off. Inert SEP on. Doesn't say to turn on the bleed air yet. By the way, we need to come over here. I'll see if I can remember how to do this. I hate the G1000. But I did not put anything in our flight plan. Okay, I wonder if I can go...
Squawk.
Nope. So we need to go K. If I can hit that other ring. How can I type it in?
Decision.
Nope. We need to go KMIA. Now this is a different start for us. Hopefully I can get used to it and do it a little quicker. Get used to it. KMIA, that's where we're going. Enter. Activate. Alright, good. That wasn't painful at all. Alright, so I believe our taxi line is going to be out to the right. I believe they said runway 7 for us. Yeah, 7 left. Alright, so the taxi light's on, the parking brake has been released. So we'll taxi on over. I'm going to set my heading as well. That's crazy that that has happened to the textures. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why they would become broken. I haven't installed anything or anything. This is our last flight.
Daytona ground, Wisconsin 3660 with Romeo, ready to taxi IFR.
Wisconsin 3.
Oh, here we go with this plane and it's taxiing. I hate this.
Left via taxiway, November 5, November. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
Seems like it takes so much power just to get her moving.
Short runway 7 left, using taxiway November 5, November, Wisconsin 3660.
Alright. Taxi on over. Then she gets a little too fast. I'm gonna stop here. We're gonna cross 34 and 16. 7 left is just off to our left. Come on, old girl. Guess we got the taxi, I guess, clear down. That is it to the left, and we got that plane over there taxiing. They'll probably be in front of us. That's alright. That gives us time to get everything set up when we get down there. I just need to learn the checklist a little bit. Going through it a few times and we'll be good, I guess. We'll get everything set up easier. And you know what? We never selected our tank. I don't know if that did it automatically or what. That's kind of odd. We actually don't even need to go clear down to the end, though. So if we don't go clear down to the end, I'll start doing the checklist before I actually ask them for permission to take off, because that guy won't have to wait. I'm thinking not this taxiway, but maybe the next one we can just head on over onto the runway, because we should have plenty of room. Guess at least. Yeah, that'll be enough. So I guess we'll just take this one right here. Fly down to Miami. We've got Miami, I guess version 2 from LatinVFR. I didn't install Miami Cities by that company I can't pronounce. Ziki Design. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Nobody does, it seems. But I didn't install that. It's just, you end up getting a lot of texture popping and everything. Maybe when we take off, I think that's when we'll put it in. Because it does, the scenery does look great, I have to say that. I know, like a high-speed aircraft, because I tried to make a video leaving there, and it was just like, there's so much texture popping. Oh, she doesn't want to stop. Alright, parking brake is going on. As I said, we'll do this before we ask for takeoff. Alright, so now the parking brake is set, and we do get the warning for that. Condition lever goes with a high idle. Propeller governor, feather it twice. Alright, flaps we set to takeoff. That's just the one notch. De-ice panel, we don't need to any of the de-icing airframe or prop. If runway is in good conditions, which it is, about icing, inert SEP goes off. We'll turn that off. Alright, so if there's standing water or other contamination, you actually leave that on. Windshield heat, or windshield switch as required. I don't know if that's heat or de-icing, actual de-icing, so we'll put that on. Let me make sure that I did hit the windshield one. I did. Let's see, flight controls. Everything is good. Rudder pedals, everything good. Turn that back off for a second. Alright, pilots, belts, all that good stuff. Strobe, we'll turn that on in a second with the landing lights. Fuel, everything is checked. Fuel selector switch is in auto, we already know that. Aux BP fuel switch should be in auto, it is. Wait, it's actually on, I think. There we go, auto.
Daytona ground Delta 1087 with Romeo.
Flight instruments, everything is checked. Altimeter setting, I'll re-select that. For autopilot, go up to 14.5.
Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
There's 14.5.
Taxi 2 and hold short, runway 7 left.
Alright, obviously our radios are all working, as you can hear them.
Delta 1087.
Instruments been checked. Battery charge less than 50 amps. Which is way less than 50 amps. And like I say, it never tells us whether to put that in main or standby. Alright, I'm going to skip that page. Brakes released. And it's just takeoff. Alright, come back up here. Now we'll hit them up to see if we can take off. Plus our clearance.
Daytona Tower, Yankee Tango 748, ready at runway 7 left, departure to the south. Yankee Tango 748, hold short, runway 7 left, traffic is on the runway. Hold short, runway 7 left, Yankee Tango 748. Tango 748 with taxi into position and hold.
Alright, acknowledge that.
Yankee Tango 748.
Now we'll turn on our strobe and our landing lights.
Wisconsin 3
Parking brake is off.
Contact Daytona departure on 125.35.
And I am going to leave the bleed air off until we get in the air. Everyone can, in the back, can just be uncomfortable for a bit. Come on, girl, get moving.
Tango 748 cleared for takeoff. Runway 7.
We're a little far over. Alright, acknowledge that.
Runway 7 left. Yankee Tango 748.
Alright, off we go. Trying to get the power over to the mark though, but still not go too fast. Too high or she'll take out our engines. Alright, go ahead and rotate, get up. Alright, positive rate, gears coming up. It does feel awkward still seeing that nose like that. Alright, flaps are coming up. Now it says the initial climb speed is actually 110 to 115. As you can see, we're already way past that, but we're not climbing that high, so I'll put the nose up. Still way over that speed. We're climbing it like crazy too. Alright, now it says that actually that's the initial climb speed. Alright. Now the actual climb speed is actually 130. And I need to get up here to the autopilot stuff. I'm gonna turn that on. Turn on the yaw damper. Lights, we can turn the taxi light off. Hit CDI and turn it to the GPS. I'm gonna switch over to my heading. Here's my heading for that for the autopilot for a second. Autopilot. Heading. Vertical speed on up. Trying to get through these procedures. Obviously, it's easier with one other person. Alright, power lever. Adjust that. We're going a little fast, so I'm going to pull back. Although it does say climb speed as required, so that's all good. So I'm going to turn bleed air. I guess you could have turned bleed air on before we took off and put it in auto. And I'm not going to worry about the inside temperature and all that. Looking at the fuel tanks, they're pretty even, so we won't mess with that. Oh, we do want to mess with the temperature, or not the temperature, the pressurization. So it's 14.5, and I think it's plus 1,000 feet.
Daytona Tower, Delta 1087, ready to go. Runway 7 left, IFR to Atlanta. Delta 1087, cleared for takeoff. Runway 7 left.
Now.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 7 left.
That's
Delta 1087.
To 1,000. So, let's see, that would be 14,000 right there. Times 1,000. Let me put it right there and see what happens. See if she ends up good. I'll also say it never talks about leaning it out with the condition lever. I'm looking through right now and I don't see anything about that. Actually, we can go ahead and switch this over to nav. Yeah, I don't see anything, because I'm looking at, well, it's definitely not in the climb. But then on cruise, I don't see anything. It says pressurization, fuel gauges, regularly check consumption, expected fuel destination, tank automatic change every 10 minutes, symmetry, max dosimetry, 15 US gallons, 57 liters. Yeah, I don't really see anything from that. And it definitely doesn't say anything about the condition lever leaning it out. Which is kind of odd, I gotta say. Almost to 7,800 feet, bring that yokes back. Like I say, I won't worry about the AC and all that.
1087. Contact Daytona.
Well, I don't know. I was gonna say, screw the passengers. I'm gonna switch this over, see if we can find something.
1087.
So we don't have to listen to them. Put the air conditioning in auto. That'll keep them cool, we'll say. Coming up on 9,000 feet. I guess I'll wait until 10,000 to speed it up. By the way, we can check out this. It says an hour and 9 minutes. And this is 196 miles. So I knew it was going to be a short flight. Seeing that tip of that, it makes me feel like I'm pitched up a little bit.
Passing 10,000, Cap.
Landing lights are off. Alright, so I'll go ahead and speed it up, everybody. We'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, everybody, slowed it down to normal speed, crossing 5,000 feet. We're going down to 3,000. Go ahead and quickly hit up ATC. Fort Lauderdale, I wish we were going there. Fort Lauderdale Executive. I think we actually have seen her from Fort Lauderdale. I can't remember though. No, maybe it's Tampa actually. Although I don't know. Anyhow, we'll find KMIA here. There we go, Miami International. Hit up the tower. Full stop landing.
Tower, Yankee Tango 748 is 28 miles north with X-ray to land. Yankee Tango 748, Miami Tower, enter left base, runway 12, altimeter 3010.
Alright, runway 12. Acknowledge that.
Left base, runway 12, Yankee Tango 748.
3010, so that's set. Let's check out procedures. Alright, select the approach. KMIA. ILS 12. Oh, I hit enter there. Come down here. Load that up. That's not what I wanted to hit. There we go. Just see it there. So I guess we could go ahead and activate it actually and just fly straight over there.
Miami Tower, American 1.
There we go. Activate the approach. Enter.
American 1898, clear for takeoff. Runway 26 left.
Alright, now I know we're not descending, but just so you know, one thing I changed that, our pressurization, down to an aircraft altitude, so times 1,000, I put it at 1.4, about 14,500. And then I've reset since we came down. Now, the right tank was the fullest on descent, so I hit over to right. It's not what switched itself over to the left. It did not change itself before, which was kind of annoying, but now it has. Alright, so all that's good.
Runway 27. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 27.
So since we're coming up on 3,000, I'm going to move the prop back to 100%. Move our condition lever to 100% as well. Now see, it actually says to turn the inert back on before we land. So before landing, long final, I'm just going to go over it now so we don't have to do that because it's only me. Altimeters we checked, fuel gauges, obviously the fullest tank will be selected, intercept will turn on, propeller lever, max RPM it already is, landing gear will come down obviously, flaps will be takeoff, short final, autopilot's disconnected, flaps are in landing, under 122 knots. And yaw damper will have to turn that off as well.
American 2071.
Alright. So we're flying right there. We need to check one thing out. Hopefully this does not... Please don't black screen me. Airport KMIA. We need the ILS frequency for runway 12. 108.9. Yes, we made it. We made it.
American 18908, contact Miami, departure on 120.5. Going to 120.5.
108.
American 18908. Miami Tower, American
1.9.
7 miles east, inbound ILS, runway
108.
Approach. American 1434, Miami Tower, fly straight in.
I saw that the heading was 125.
American 2071, clear for takeoff.
I'll go ahead and put that in.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 26 left. American 2071.
There you go. Now we're going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. 2x.
American
I'm gonna let this drop down a little bit to 2,700.
120.5, Tonka 37.
Cleared to land, runway 27.
Look how jagged it all is. Good lord. Down to 13. We're not even at the airport. Although it's in sight. Yeah, I turned it all down to very dense and dense for the scenery.
Contact Miami.
I'm gonna go to 2,500. It seems like we're coming in awfully close here. Like, I don't like the way that we're coming in at all. We'll switch this over to heading, come out a little bit further. I don't like how it seems like it's a little too close. Hopefully we don't get any OOMs or anything.
American 1434, exit runway when able.
I know we're 2X as well, which is going to bring it down, but daggum. I'm going to hit the throttle just a little bit. That's just a little too much. Wow, she's touching in the air.
American 1434, turn next taxiway. American 1434, contact ground on 121.8.
Close here.
American 1434.
Alright, this is going to go back to normal.
196 is 13 miles east, inbound ILS, runway 27. American 21906, Miami Tower, fly straight in, runway 27, altimeter 3009er.
See what the frame rate is now. It's up, well, we're up to 25, that's 21, 20 to 25. See how long it takes those textures to load up. Switch that to nav. Bring down the speed a little bit more. Alright, flaps coming to takeoff. Alright, let's see if we can get the ILS to work. To it. I feel like we're getting almost a little too slow here. CDI 125. Yeah, we're way too high. That's what I was afraid of. Gears coming down. I guess the ILS doesn't matter now. Back the power a little bit more.
American 21906 cleared to land. Runway 27. Caution at 757.
Intercept needs to come on.
Yankee Tango 748 cleared to land. Runway 12.
Alright, acknowledge
Cleared
landing
to
clearance.
Land. Runway 12. Yankee Tango 748.
Sorry, gears down.
Runway 27.
Couldn't remember if I'd hit that or not.
1906.
We're right on the glide slope, by the way. Hit the approach hold. Yeah, it's not going to hit it. Getting too low. Yaw damper coming off.
Miami Tower.
Autopilot coming off. So we're getting too low.
I'm
going to take over.
American 2174 Heavy, Miami Tower. Fly straight in, runway 12. Altimeter
Alright,
3010.
we're at full flaps.
American 2174 Heavy, cleared to
Increasing
land.
the thrust a little bit.
Follow the aircraft on final.
They may have to go around. Alright, now we're back on the glide slope.
American 2174 Heavy.
Wow, she's jagged, isn't she? about as bad as Baltimore yet, down to 11 and 12 frames a second. Fantastic. And once it's around 80 knots, it says, the speed is coming down slightly, especially now we got to pull the nose back up. We're getting a little low again. I'm going to increase the thrust just a little bit. We're getting too low. I've had this happen in this plane, especially at Myrtle Beach.
500.
There we go. We end up getting too low, and then I can't see, and everything gets screwed all to hell. There we go. She's hard as hell when she's jagged as well. Bringing the thrust back to get down. We end up bringing ourselves a little too high. As I say, it's hard to do this when it's so jagged. Now I see the pappy lights over on the right.
American Jude 1906, contact ground on 1 Jude 1.
Planes everywhere.
Going to 1 Jude 1.8. American Jude 1906.
Calm down, girl. I did not record this. I need to remember to do that.
Going around American 2.
I had a feeling we might make them go around.
American 2174 heavy. Contact Miami.
I'm trying to get over as well.
120.5. American 217.
This feels like chaos.
Yankee Tango 748. Exit runway when able.
No kidding, buddy. No kidding. I feel like we're gonna get a black screen, or not black screen, but a crash. Just like out of memories or something. There's just so much here with all the traffic. Oh my god. Man, I'm retracting the flaps. Calm down, pal. It's happening. Just at a very slow pace. Slower than you're used to. I tell you what, I'm not going to go through the procedure on here because we need to park this thing as quickly as we can before we get a OOM.
Yankee Tango 748, contact ground on 1 June 1.
We're facing off with an airliner here. That's great.
121.8, Yankee Tango 748.
To Miami ground. Parking,
Miami
if you please.
Ground, Yankee Tango 748. Request taxi to parking.
Landing lights and strobe come off.
Taxi to general aviation parking. Using taxiway Yankee Whiskey Mike 4 Lima 0 Kilo. Taxi
Acknowledge
general
that.
aviation parking.
And what we're actually going to do is just come over here and park somewhere over near that DHL before she crashes. And this is all for nothing. And I'm getting a little worried about her. Those are 727s right there with the DHL, is it not?
Roger, American 1434.
Yeah, I need to park because if she crashes, FsPassengers loses the flight. I really need to look outside, but I'm afraid to as well. Come over here and park. Sorry, but she's getting difficult. Oh, park in the cargo area. Oh, jeez. See, this scenery is hard as hell to run. Like I said, it's very dense for complexity and dense in autogen. And man, she's bad. Come on, girl. Alright, that's good enough right there. Just going to come down here and rid of this yoke, hit the parking brake. Bleed air off and turn the AC and everything off as well.
American 1012, taxi 2 and hold short of runway 8 right via taxiway.
AC's off.
Yankee 2, Juliet,
Alright, I'm not going to go through the procedures because I'm afraid obviously about she's going to screw up here. Crash on me.
Hold short, runway 8 right via taxiway 15 Yankee 2.
Avionics will come off. Fuel, turn that off. Ignition goes off. Turn the generator off. Cut the fuel. Battery comes off. Nav and pulse. Nerd set, torpedo heat, windshield heat. I should have gotten that. Turn that off as well. Yeah, she's just a little too jagged for me. I'm afraid she's going to crash before we get this done. Take their belts off. Open up a door for them. Looking good, DHL. I think those are 727s over there. I know they used to use 727s. FedEx did, so I'm pretty sure that those are 727s. And we can't do the landing replay anyway because the thing's so screwed up. That textures, I don't know what happened. Alright, FsPassengers is unloaded. Close my door. We'll end this flight.
Congratulations!
We are a senior captain. Now certified for any aircraft, and we're still flying little, little private jets and stuff. Alright, flight distance 207 nautical miles. Time airborne 106.38. Flight time 119.37. Time on the ground was 23 minutes 36 seconds. Average speed was 186.98 knots. Climb time took 9.5 minutes. Cruise time was 33 minutes 48 seconds. Average cruise speed was 223.65 knots. Descent time 23:19. Landing speed 72.95 knots. Landing touchdown, we came down 170.77 feet. Nice. Landing pitch was 4.96 degrees. Landing weight 6,902 pounds. Total fuel used was 283 pounds, 83 on the climb, 139 on the cruise, using about 240 an hour. Descent fuel used 60. $492 in tickets, $523 for the cargo, because we remembered it this time. I can't believe we forgot it last time. That cost us so much money. Let's see, fuel cost was $153, $8 for airport taxes, $43 for insurance, total real income $811. Times the 50 is 40,550, and the fleet bonus was 80,336 for all 5 aircraft, bringing it up to $120,886. Passengers liked it. They thought we should be 100%, so we increased 0.25% to 97.5. Got 230 pilot bonus points, a very nice landing, 50, perfect flight, no problems, 150, correct airport, plus 30, beacon lights must be activated as soon as engine is running. You forgot them. Well, we can't do that anyway. I'm surprised they didn't ding us for the nav light and stuff. Wasn't being on. Yes. I'm sorry I can't do the replay. You really, I don't think you want to see that replay looking like that. It is cool that you can see some of the components, I guess, of the aircraft. Although, doesn't that look like that's the thing to push it? I don't know what that would be showing. To push it back. Alright, well, we're in Miami. Next up, I don't know, like I said, we're heading down to the Bahamas, the whole Caribbean and everything, and people want me to fly down there. What is it, like St. Martin, at St. Bart's? There's all kinds of some cool areas down there, and people want me to fly down there, so that's where we're headed. I guess once we mess around there for a while, we'll probably switch jets out. I was thinking about buying a Caravan soon, just to have that anyway. Just so we could be making money on it, because last time I checked, we did have a lot of money. $4.2 million, I guess, is what we have in cash. See, I don't know. Yeah, see, this one costs $2 million, so you could buy two of them. Because I want to buy the Cessna Citation, I think. There's two small private jets that we have, that I have. It's the Cessna Citation 2 or whatever, and then there's one other one with, the name escapes me. But small jets like that. Like I was saying, I was thinking about buying a Caravan right now just to have a... But if that costs $2 million, you know, it'll take a while for us to make it back, and it'll probably take too long to get the jet. I don't know. I'll check out the money on that, and we'll see. Well, that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys on the next flight.